5, 4, 3, 2. And what's up? Thank you for listening to the Steve and Jay Show. I am not Steve, but don't you worry your pretty little head, because this guy right over here, he happens to be Steve Frazier. I'm Jason Courier. This is episode number 1, the official episode number 1. It's July the 6th, 2017. It's a hot, nasty Thursday evening in California.
Boo.
Boo. Poopy.
Poopy. Yuck.
I don't know when we moved to Arizona and all of a sudden it just doesn't cool down at night anymore around here. I don't know when that happened.
What is it like? It snowed, and then all of a sudden it was like 109.
And then it snowed, and then 2 days later it was 109.
Like, WTF.
WTF. Well,
You told me I had to watch my
WTF is
cues.
going on with...
You told me I had to watch my cues.
I did tell you that.
So I said WTF.
And WTF is going on
thinking
with
about it.
the NBA off-season.
Ooh.
How about that for a transition?
I tell you what, Jason. If the free agency was like something delicious, I would smother it, and it would be delicious. Maybe hot mustard? I don't know. What do you tell me, Jason? What do you think would make you delicious?
What would make me delicious? I'm already delicious,
A little special condiment. Maybe a little side.
little side.
Yeah, a little side, a little hot. Ooh, damn, delicious.
Hot. NBA free agency. As we gain focus again.
That is hot right now.
How crazy has it been? It seems like a long time ago that, and a lot of stuff's happened, that Phil Jackson got fired and Chris Paul was announced that he's going to the Rockets. There's so much that's happened since then.
No, true.
And that wasn't that long ago.
No, it actually wasn't.
Chris Paul going to the Rockets pulled off. The Paul George going to the Thunder. Gordon Hayward's picked Boston now. Steph got the mega super deal.
The max deal.
Crazy super deal. Cleveland, who knows what the hell's going on? What is going on in Cleveland?
And LeBron's sitting back in a wheelchair.
Not
Hold up
recruiting
his
people
leg.
now, they're saying.
Sucking on a lollipop. Not giving
the 1 foot out the door kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Already won a championship. Like how you said. I've already done what I need to do here.
I've done. Now he can leave, and
I can go.
He's not going to be the bad guy if he leaves now. So he can go ahead and leave now. And
but why don't you, express that earlier and maybe, I don't know, like, could it be an endorsement thing or something? More money. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea.
You mean to play in L.A.? Well, he'll make more money playing in L.A. than he would from endorsements, but he's still LeBron James, though.
Look at
he's maxed out as far as his endorsements are already. He could play in
though, but you use
wherever.
That. You use that for this new upcomer that's supposed to be this great, supposed to be this kid that just might be the next LeBron. Like I'm talking Steph and Poopy. But I'm just saying, like, who knows? I mean, shit. He was just numbers like what number 2 pick overall?
Who are you talking about?
Are we talking about Lorenzo?
Oh, Ball?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that's who you're talking about. I'm sorry.
That's what I was talking about. Like,
no, he was number 2 to the Lakers.
Everything that
I'm sorry,
like,
I didn't
really,
know that's who you're talking about.
And so we're gonna talk about wrestling tonight, and that's why I had to say something about that because wasn't he in wrestling? Him and his dad.
Him and his daddy
brother.
did.
So
they did the little segment on Raw,
right? And that was really controversial.
Pissed off everybody backstage.
Yeah, that was crazy. So we're gonna get a little.
But if you think about it from their standpoint, the reason why they probably got really mad was some of the things that were said, and they are very open now about how they're sports entertainment. That's why they're WWE Entertainment now.
Entertainment.
They've drawn back the curtain and said, "Hey, this is scripted now." So when somebody says something
It's
like that
men's
and you
entertainment.
have already drawn
Yes.
back the curtain and said we're scripted, the first thought is, well, why would you have him say that?
Well,
So the
well,
first blame goes to
at the
always
other
has
hand,
to.
At the other hand, though, I mean,
So no
did
wonder
you
they
think it
got.
was scripted when you were a kid growing up? This is for
No,
young-
I didn't when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
This is set for a younger generation.
But back then, though, they had the
know.
whole thing where it kind of had the persona of it wasn't scripted back then. Like they still had the.
Well, imagine you watching cartoons when you were a child. Cool, right?
Yeah,
You liked it, having fun.
of course.
Well, you as a child watching wrestling, what's the difference?
No,
I'm not saying-
that's how it was when I was a kid. And
Well, I
I
know.
really liked wrestling when I was a
I'm
kid.
not
but,
saying athletes.
but
or
like I said, though, it
cartoons.
was different back then, though, because their persona back then was that it was real. Now it's entertainment. Where before they were trying to drive home it was real.
Yeah, because people started seeing that it wasn't real anymore.
Right.
So that's
Everybody
the-
knew it wasn't real the whole
Exactly.
time anyway,
Yeah.
and then they just kind of gave that
I
up.
tell you
which
what,
is-
as a kid, someone slams down and they cut their little forehead with that little razor blade.
I remember
and
some
the
cage
blood.
matches when I was a kid that got
It
bloody.
was like, whoa. Starting to believe that maybe there's a little edge.
Like, wait
to
a minute.
this.
Wait a minute. Is this real? Like,
Yeah,
really?
exactly.
Like, for real?
This can't be happening
Wait
right
a minute.
now.
Wait.
Like, oh,
No, wait.
guy's a beast.
Mm.
So, speaking of beast, you want to
Beast.
start this? Like, what are we getting at here? You want to talk Kings? You want to talk what's going on?
I'm really excited for the Kings. I've never honestly been as, I've said this tonight to you, as excited as I am right now for a summer league team as I am
And what
for
starts
this
tomorrow?
Kings team.
What starts tomorrow?
Summer league.
There you
I
go.
think they
There
play
you
the Suns, I want to say. I believe is their first game.
And so, folks, we got a
But
little
they
list.
play Lonzo Ball and
There you
the
go.
Lakers on national TV, I believe on Monday or Tuesday. I think it's Monday, though.
There you go. And Jay gave a roster little printout here in his handwriting.
Print out in my handwriting.
You like that? And so he put up stars. So you got Fox healed. La Messier.
Ska.
Yeah, Jael.
La Bessie.
Yes. Malachi, which I'm really excited for, by the way, and Jackson, followed by Mason the third.
Yeah, we got Mason in there, too.
So I mean, that's pretty. That's 8.
8 guys. That's a lot of guys
8
on a summer league
guys.
team that are going to make your roster. Like, they're going to be on the roster. That's really rare to have a summer league team where you've got 8 guys that are going to make your roster on your summer league team.
Exactly. That kind
What
of
the-
says a lot. And so we're gonna
That's
go.
why I'm excited. It's a
Exactly.
whole bunch of guys that are going to be on the floor that are the guys that are going to be on our roster.
Yeah,
And they're going to be
that's
on the
cool.
floor.
I
Because
like
what are you
that.
going to do? Play the other
Yeah,
dudes? Like,
exactly.
no. You're going to play the 8 guys that are your guys that you're trying to develop. What else are they there for? They're not there to sit on the bench and watch.
No, absolutely.
So you're going to play your guys.
So given that, and with this season, the expectations that, what do you think? What do you think's going on? This big old revolution, letting people go, rebuilding, and I kind of know, but I really do think that you hit on
Letting
the
people
nail.
go. Like letting people go.
Yeah, but you hit on the nail, and doing what we're talking about right now with this roster, just the depth, and what do you think? Like,
It's really young, and they're young. They've got those 8 young guys plus Willie Cauley-Stein. That's 9. So you got 9 young guys, and Garrett Temple,
do you think it
George
hurt?
Hill, Zach Randolph, and Vince Carter,
Do you think
So-
it hurt a little bit that Gay left?
and Costa Kufis, of course.
I know, but do you think
No.
it hurt a little bit, or
No.
just
No.
expecting it and just
No,
well,
and
like your welcome is overdue a long time ago type of thing?
I don't think that it's a negative thing with Rudy because I think that there was a lot of positive with Rudy being here, and I think he liked being here. I think they liked him, but I think it was
just
time.
Kind of injuries.
It came time for him to move on, and he needed to move on. He didn't want to be any part of a rebuilding type situation, and he ended up signing with the Spurs. Which makes a lot of sense to him because everywhere else he's been, when he leaves, they get better.
Fit, man.
Everywhere he's been, he leaves, they get better. That's the knock on Rudy. And he's a ball stopper, and he's this and he's that. But I've always liked Rudy. I've always been a big Rudy fan. I always have.
Well, he's an athlete.
Even before he got traded to the Kings, though, I liked Rudy Gay.
That guy's a beast.
Yeah.
So, let's kind of go outside of the Kings,
and
we're talking about NBA free agency. We had some moves,
just a few,
right?
Just one or two.
When I remember when we were talking and you gave me the answer, and I won't even say anything about it. But the Gordon move, Jazz.
Oh, Gordon leaving the Jazz for
and you hit on the
Boston.
dot. You hit on the nail.
For Boston.
Yeah, for Boston.
We went to Boston.
Going to Boston. I think, watch out now.
With Boston?
Mm-hmm. Like, no? Like,
yeah.
You know
Hell
what I mean?
yeah.
Kind of that little spark thing.
The only thing that I'm thinking is that Danny Ainge is really good at what he does, number one. He's a sneaky mother. And I don't think that this year is the year. I think next year is the year. That he's going to be there and he's going to have, because everybody's just destroying him for not trading this and that because look at what the Pacers got for Paul George. They didn't get a whole lot for Paul George. So they're just destroying the Celtics for not getting Paul George, because how could you not? With all the assets that you've gotten, you couldn't offer anything better than Victor Oladipo and Serdounis' kid. Or goddamn, what's his name? Not Serdounis. Sabonis. Arvydas, Sabonis' kid. What's his first name? Anyway, his son. Ooh. Lost our screen. Ha!
So
So
I'm gonna name off 8 players, from the Kings, and I'm gonna say Fox, Heald,
okay.
Skal,
Labissiere,
Malachi, and Justin Jackson, Harry Giles, and Frank Mason III. Out of those 8, who do you think that might just be the shit? You know, just
I hope the
lights
top
out.
2 are De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield. I hope those are the top 2. Because it's a guards league now. So I hope those are the top 2. That'd be awesome.
And why do you, like, you say from all that list, from the 8.
Skal being amazing would be incredible because he plays a position that he could play differently and I think work really well in this quote unquote new NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I could see him being a generational type player. Like he's got that potential, I think.
Gotcha. So we're going to move on to actually the free agency bullshit.
Free agency. Been cray-cray.
So, the Knicks. What's going on? What happened?
When they mutually parted ways and kicked off this whole craziness that got trumped by the whole Chris Paul thing.
By the short and curlies?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Well, and supposedly Carmelo wants out now, still, regardless of Phil being there or not. He still wants out, and I don't blame him. He's not getting any younger. He needs to be a part of the super team thing. He's got to be somewhere. He has to be. He's Carmelo Anthony.
He has to be in that equation.
He has to
part
be.
of all that.
He's one of the better players of our generation. He has to be there.
You know what Phil said?
Whether you like him or you don't like him.
Do you know what Phil said about him, though? That he's the one player.
Phil said a bunch of stuff about him.
But it was crazy, though. Like, here we are talking about that, but Phil said that if there was a game-winning shot, he does not want the ball in Melo's hands.
Wow. Really?
He's not a shooter.
Why?
He's not a finisher. He's not a finisher. That's what he said. I was like, oh, shit.
I would like to know how many games the Knicks were in a position to finish with the shitty roster that Phil left. Right? How many?
Au contraire.
Like, wait a minute.
Oh, we've got a bloody game.
Oh!
So, I mean, even with that, shit, Rockets. How much stronger of a team have they became? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they're done either. I really don't.
You don't?
I think they're in the running for Carmelo Anthony. I think they're going to get him. I think they're going to trump Cleveland and get him. I don't know why. I just think the only thing that I think might save Cleveland in that whole thing is they've got Kevin Love that they're more than willing to move in any kind of a deal. And Kevin Love's a better player than he's been in Cleveland. So,
well, even on that, though, too, Paul George goes to Thunder.
That came out of the blue and...
Right? Just totally...
ruined Rudy Gay's day.
on that one, exactly. Like, wow. So, are they doing, like, push to shove, like, checkmate? Like, are we playing chess? I see your move, I match it. You know what I mean? So, like how you're saying with these...
Oh, no, it's an arms race. Like, the West is an arms race, and Utah's about the only team so far that's gotten weaker in the West.
Yeah.
You can argue that.
True.
Because the Clippers lost Chris Paul, but then they got the dude from Europe that's supposedly the best point guard in Europe, like super stud. They kept Blake. Balake. They kept Balake. You dunked the ball, Balake.
Where's D Nice?
Stop it. Oh, God.
Was it Principal Hennessy?
Oshak Hennessy.
Oshak Hennessy.
You go see Principal Oshak Hennessy.
Oh, that's so funny.
You mean Principal O'Shaughnessy? Jesus. Awesome.
That's awesome. Let's go to war, Balake.
We can go to war, Balake.
Aaron.
Aaron. Where's Aaron at? Well, it's July. That's a good thing. So that means football's coming up soon. Camps are going to be opening here real soon.
Yeah, I can't.
Fantasy football's starting to bubble under the surface a little bit. What we'd like to do is have some kind of a fantasy football team league.
Oh, we can do that.
With the show. We need to. We've talked about it. I think that's something we need to do. I think we would like the listeners, if there's anybody out there, to please.
Right. That's what I was going to say. We need to have enough people to have some interest.
Contact us on Twitter.
Right.
Hit us up at thesteveandjshow@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter. Hit us up on Twitter at Steve and J Show. Drop the. That's the difference between the Twitter and the email.
Gotcha.
The email has the Twitter has the.
Hey, you know what though? We do our thing though. You know what I mean?
Contact us. We need
questions.
Ask questions. Please ask questions. Help us out a little bit here.
I would like interaction.
Mm-hmm.
That lets us know that, hey, you know what, that people are listening, and they know that if they ask a question, it's going to be answered by one of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's the cool thing about it.
Well, and like I said with the fantasy football thing, hit us up, try us.
You never know.
Get your name in there.
Don't be
because
scared.
there's a whole lot of spots available because you want a 12 league team. I'm thinking 8.
It just depends on how many people hit up trying to get in.
Mm-hmm.
I say more the merrier. Obviously, if if there's 9, we're gonna go down to an 8.
Yeah, we have to.
You know what I'm saying?
course.
Like stuff like that.
Yeah,
I got you. More the merrier. It's gonna suck. Picks are gonna be hard. But hey, you know what? That's cool. You're listening. You're locked. You're with your boys.
Yeah, boys.
You know what I mean? So why not?
Yeah.
Why
Try
not?
us. Come on, do it. You know you're going to play fantasy football anyway. You know you're going to be in more than one league anyway. You know you're going to have this account and that account anyway.
I'm going to try to go out this year. Like last year, I think I did 2. I did me and you. Yeah, I
Right.
did 2. I did me and you and
Right.
one other one.
See, I did ours, the
You
one
did a
on
lot.
yeah, but it was all in the same thing though.
No,
like it was
true.
all in the same.
True,
I don't even know
true.
if we can say the name of the company that ran the fantasy league, but
don't need to.
yeah,
Yeah, don't need to. We're good.
we were in the same league in what, 2 or 1?
2.
2, yeah. So I thought.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. Anyway, the top 5 picks in most fantasy drafts seem to be at this point some sort of combination of Johnson from Arizona, Bell from Pittsburgh, Ezekiel Elliott, of course, from Dallas, Brown from Pittsburgh, and Odell Beckham Jr. from the New York Giants. It's some sort of combination of that in the top 5. Normally. I did.
Huh. What'd you do?
So
Did you go in that order, or did you switch it around a little
so
bit? Here
this
we go.
this mystery company that runs this draft or this fantasy league that has baseball, basketball, football, hockey, like whatever,
So,
soccer even.
Tell all
They
the
have a
viewers how
ton
many
of-
leagues are you in right now?
Right now, I'm only in 1.
All of them. You're only in 1 league.
Yeah, but it's a baseball league
Yeah,
that
but
takes up
How many teams do you have?
just 1.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I only have 1 right now.
I thought you had 2.
No, I only have 1 right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I only have 1 right now.
Got you.
But it's baseball, so
It's incredible.
I still mess it up.
Detailed. Gotta be on it.
I started out in 8th place when I started carrying, and I made my way up to 2nd place. Now I'm back down in 3rd place. But
You know what? Good for you. That's not bad
it's
at all.
not as easy as I thought it was. It's
Dude,
not
right.
football.
Right?
It's not football fantasy. And
Very time consuming.
I did basketball right after I did the football league, and it's even harder than basketball as
I
far
think that is a
as
good jump.
your everyday, like,
Hey, B, that's a good jump.
that's a decent little jump to
Hell yeah.
go from 8th place to
second.
to
and
second,
then just drop
and then
to
I
third.
fell down to 3rd now, but I was in 2nd for a
You
good
lost
2
interest,
weeks.
huh? Too much.
No, I didn't lose interest. I just misplayed guys because it's weird. It's on East Coast time, so a lot of the games start at like 10 o'clock East Coast time. That's pretty fucking early here.
Oh, yeah, no shit. It's 3 hours earlier, right?
Or it starts at noon East Coast time,
Yeah, I got
or
you.
1 East Coast time. Well, that's kind of early here. And I don't wake up in the morning and think I need to get ready and start my day and what's my fantasy league going on with my baseball fantasy league? I just don't.
But the cool part is you thought about your fantasy team.
Mm-hmm.
And so, out of, I would say, the top 3, because you just got saying tonight that you might not play a quarterback.
Oh, pick a quarter. I'm not going to pick a quarterback early in
Did I say
football.
play?
Yeah, you
Meant
said
pick.
play. Yeah.
My bad.
I do intend to play a quarterback every single week.
I would hope so. That's my bad.
Every week I'm playing a quarterback, bro.
I
This year,
myself
that's what I'm doing this year. That's going to be the difference this year. Every week, bro, playing a quarterback.
Well, you wrote down our list, and I'm looking at it right now for our mock draft. So I'm going to simplify it just so we can sit here and talk about whatever and not talk about 10, 15 dudes. What are your top 3? What would you do?
You mean like if I had picks 1, 2, and 3, who would my picks be? Or?
Your first pick, your second pick, and your third pick. Not just in consecutive order, just on your picks.
Well, it would depend on where I'm picking, though.
I know. I'm just saying. Let's have fun with this. Of course, it's gonna be different, but
I would probably go running back, wide receiver.
Who?
It would depend on where I picked.
Why don't you make it easier? We're not gonna say and play
like as far as
odds.
who I picked, but those are my positions: running back,
okay.
wide receiver.
What are your first
and
3 picks?
any combination of the 3.
Okay, I'll simplify it. Not what you would pick in your first 3 picks, but what would be your first 3 choices?
If I had number 1 overall?
Number 1 overall, number 2 overall, and number 3 overall. Who would your 3 picks be?
Oh. Fuck, I don't know. Because I don't know where do I pick? Like, do I have the number 1 overall?
You have the number 1 overall, you have the number 2 overall, and you have the number 3 overall.
Well, that's what I was asking. Do I have the first 3 picks?
First 3 picks.
Oh, well, I would go Johnson, Zeke, and Brown. Those would be my 3.
Okay.
And probably in that order.
So here's the list in your handwriting that you made. First one was Odell Beckham
No, that's
Jr.
not my list. That's the actual simulated draft.
That's not your list. I'm just saying that's the list you made in your handwriting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As you were.
And you have Odell Beckham Jr. Totally agree. He's got to be a top
because
10.
I believe I had the 5th overall pick in that draft. That's what I'm saying. It depends on where I pick.
I got you.
Picked.
I'm just saying on the list that I'm seeing. J.J. Don't believe that one.
I don't believe I would ever get him in the second round.
No,
There's no way.
Well, no, second pick overall, not a second round.
No, that's my second round pick. That's what that is.
Oh, so we have 15 rounds here?
Yeah, we have 15 rounds. Those are my picks.
So I was just telling you that I'm calling off your list. Okay. Well, the first round, you got Odell Beckham. Second one, you got J.J. Third one, you got Rob Gronkowski.
Yes, I did draft Rob Gronkowski in the 3rd round. In a few drafts, actually.
And one of your picks, I'm about to fucking kick you in the shin like a magic kick. So your next 3 picks.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get for a tight end, running back?
Jesus, I don't know.
A quarterback.
Shit, I don't know. I
Huh?
have no clue.
Yeah,
I did 4 mock drafts in one day. I have no clue.
You wrote this one down.
Yeah, I wrote this one down that's in front of me, too, and I have no idea.
You have Rob Gronkowski. Believe that.
In the 3rd, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's the same one that I've got here.
You got Crowell, Isaiah from the Browns.
Yeah, okay, that's the same one I got over here in the 4th round.
Then you got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And that's funny that
So I'm telling you, I
know,
picked.
I was just going to say that when you're saying that they're...
And I know they're only mock drafts, and that's not the real draft, but there were still good quarterbacks available very late.
This is where I slap you, though. You have a 6th and 7th and 8th round pick.
Okay. This is getting kind of deep in the draft now.
I'm slapping you for this one.
Mm-hmm.
This is my slapper.
Okay.
Crabtree,
Yeah.
I'm slapping you.
Why? For Crabtree?
Yep.
He was really good for me last year.
Was he?
Yeah. Really good.
Okay.
Why would you slap me for Crabtree?
At 6th round.
to be able to get him in the 6th round.
How many points did Ty Montgomery put up last year, and you got him in the 7th round? So you had Ty Montgomery around, but you picked Crabtree.
Yeah. I needed a wide receiver. And I picked up Ty Montgomery later, so what are you worried about?
No, not later. Yeah, the next round later.
So, yeah.
I would have picked Montgomery before Crabtree.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. I got them both, so there you go. And as a matter of fact, I think I could have drafted him Montgomery pretty much in all my leagues. He was kind of a bit of a guy that slipped a little bit.
Well, you got him last year, and that was
I picked him up and he changed mine.
Yes, that was such a good pick. You can't hate on that shit.
I actually picked him up, dropped him, and then picked him up again.
That's so dope. And he was a
because I picked him up when he got hurt because I figured that was it.
Dude, you got Sean Jackson on there. Oh, boy.
And a few decent little drafts. Oh, well, bless you. All right. Sure do wish I could edit.
That's a pretty good roster, though, bro.
No, it's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Mm-hmm. Not bad. Notbad.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. So, anyway, as we jabber along.
I know, right? We're just sitting there just bullshitting.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, on the little angle here, McCollum Hill had a little parade. Did their thing. It was fun.
That you slept through completely.
Yeah, I did. I got up at 1:47, by the way.
Yes.
Well, hearing everybody's experiences from it, and just, you know what, that's the cool part about our town, is that we still have these things, the parades, the, kids races, kids games, playing at the park, horses walking around shitting on the roads. Like, we're going to get that anywhere else.
Some other small town, but generally it's a small town thing, isn't it? Like,
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool.
It's awesome. Yes, sir.
I miss my boy. Boy's coming back tomorrow.
Yeah, yes.
And so I kind of would like to have him on the show a little bit. And just be funny with him. Ask some questions.
Yeah, be fun.
Have
a little segment.
Yeah, let him show that,
Jared
hey, you
predicts.
know what? Yeah, a little Jared predicts. Especially with this wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be fun to do.
That would be the
wrestling.
first person that I would ask.
The wrestling would be the funniest, just because he's all about it.
Oh, he's still all about it.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
He knows it. He knows it. So, this is our first show.
This is our first show, and it's
Honestly,
a little rough.
It's kind of rough.
It's a little rough.
It's a little rough, but not much is really going on.
No, nothing's going on.
You know
right
what
now.
I mean?
So anyway, follow us, please, even though this show wasn't the best. Follow us. Don't forget to hit the bell, too, so that you know when we post a new show. Our plan is to post on Fridays. We're going to record on Thursdays, assuming that we continue to do it. We're going to record on Thursdays, post on Fridays. That's the big plan, anyway.
Boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom.
That's the big plan. So, anyway, please follow us on Twitter as well, at Steve and Jay Show. Send us an email at the Steve and Jay Show at gmail.com.
We're going to be a little bit more peppery.
We need some
we'll get it going.
Interaction. We need to hear from you guys, please.
We got to have something. Give us some heat.
We want to start our fantasy football league, so hit us up on Twitter or on the email with that.
66 days now.
It's coming up fast. It's something we want to do. Please.
It'll be fun.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening. We hope you enjoyed it. I hope we didn't bore you guys to death. And we're going to talk to you next week when more crazy stuff has happened.